Hello, welcome to the brave new world, folks, and this is from the Business Insider, giving you a glimpse into that golden dawn of a future. Business Insider is telling us that Ford wants to allow your car to lock you out and even drive itself to an impound lot or a scrapyard if you miss the payments. This is a patent Ford is applying for. Before I tell you more about it, I shall tell you I'm Granniopteryx on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute and Minds. You can also find me on Twitter, Gab and Parler, because I let you know when I've uploaded new videos on those platforms. I am at Granniopteryx there, and I would advise you to subscribe to one of those because YouTube can be a little careless about informing people if you're watching this on YouTube, that is. Right, the other thing is you can help my channel by liking, by sharing and by subscribing. And again, YouTube drops subscriptions for no apparent reason, so check you are actually still subscribed, even if you think you are. Right, and you can help me financially, buy me a coffee or any of the links. All the links I've spoken about are in the description. Okay, to business. Business Insider, to be precise. Let's just have a... Oh, why isn't this going down? Ah, here we go. This is what Business Insider has to say. Ford's latest patent application shows a bizarre new way that cars could be repossessed in the future if their owners don't make payments on time. And this isn't bizarre at all. In fact, it seemed to me to be absolutely obvious. I made a video about this so-called self-drive or driverless cars months ago. It may have even been years ago. It was quite a while when I pointed out that there's no such thing as a driverless car. When you get into a car and you're sitting back and admiring the scenery and or watching a movie or something, you may not be steering, but something is, and that something is a computer program in a server somewhere else, possibly in California. But this is Ford, so where would that somewhere be? Well, I suppose it would be in Dearborn, where Ford is based. Dearborn, home to the largest Arab American population in the whole United States. Just saying. The patent application, first reported by The Drive, was filed in August 2021, but wasn't published until last week. I wonder why it wasn't published till last week. I wonder why the big secret. Well, anyway, it shows that Ford is interested in building a system that would allow a car to lock out its driver and even repossess itself if the driver doesn't keep up with payments. Ford says it's imagining the system as a solution to the issue of owners behind on payments, being uncooperative and attempting to impede the repossession operation. Basically, what it's saying is that because there are a few rotten eggs, all US drivers should be in imminent and permanent danger of having the rug pulled out from under their feet. I mean, things never go wrong with computer programs, do they? A system has never crashed during a national emergency now, has it? In the patent application, Ford describes the use of a repossession system computer that can facilitate the process. I do wish it would stop doing that, which starts out with some minor annoyances that would cause discomfort to the vehicle owner. If a driver ignores warnings about their missing payments, I suppose the discomfort would be something like the air conditioning not working maybe, or what else would cause discomfort? The heating coming on when the temperature is high, something along those lines. Yeah. If a driver ignores warnings about their missing payments, the process would begin with the computer disabling functionality of features like cruise control, GPS, air conditioning, and the radio. The computer could also prompt the car to start emitting an unpleasant sound whenever the driver is there. Okay, what's next? If the owner still doesn't act on the missing payments warning, the computer will really raise the stakes. Ah, yes. Wasn't there a car in RoboCop that blew up if you mistreated it? Well, anyway, missing payments. And so it's only going to be for people who miss payments, isn't it? But how long do you reckon before it's not missing payments, but missing political opinions that are going to stop you from using a car? I'm sure the dear leader of Canada, Justin Castro, would have been delighted to flick the switch on those trucks last year, like he did on their bank accounts. He could do that, and he could do this too. The car may lock its owner out with some caveats. Oh yeah, there's always caveats. They never work, but they're always there, in theory. In one example scenario, the patent application said the computer might prompt a lockout during the weekends only, so as not to affect the owner's ability to work during the weekdays, to earn money, to make payments towards the vehicle. And how long before the government starts to use this as a means of making sure that workers turn up for work altogether if they feel like they might want to go on strike? Alternatively, the car might define a geofence around the driver's home, and the person would only be able to use the car within those parameters. In some cases, the owner's driving could be further limited to certain days or even certain times of the day. If the owner is still behind on payments at this point, the car may take some pretty drastic action. It may autonomously drive itself to a spot convenient for a tow truck. It could also drive itself to a repossession agency, a lending institution, or an impound lot. In yet another case, oh, they've really been imagining stuff, haven't they? In yet another case, the repossession system computer may communicate with the computer of the lending institution to identify the car's market value. If it would cost more to repossess the car than the car is worth, the vehicle could even drive itself to a scrapyard. Well, Ford was an organisation that from its very start was sympathetic to and cooperating with Nazis, and it looks like it hasn't changed much now in the intervening years. The question is, will our governments act to stop this? Or will they watch it and take notes on how they can control other things, like, for instance, the electricity or whatever in your home? Just think how the American government is trying to force everyone in America to completely electrify their homes. No cooking with gas anymore. And they're going to make wood burning illegal somehow or another. And once they've got control of the electricity grid, this sort of a program would be very handy for them. Try to remember that when you next open your fridge door. Okay, well, as I say, this isn't up to Ford. Ford will make these programs whatever we think of them. The important thing is, will your government protect you from this sort of stuff? Or will it go right along? Well, I'll leave you to think about that. Till next time. Why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the granniopteryx design or Grambo with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.granniopteryx.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.